I started out as a hatchery biologist and now I'm a manager, but my real love is nature. And so anything I can do to help preserve and restore our natural environment and ecosystem is a real plus for me.
All this thing, the elk are coming back, the peregrine falcon are coming back, this and that. People don't think about some of the fish that are coming back to Kentucky, and explain to me what this huge fish is coming around here, and did he used to be here in great numbers?
The lake sturgeon were abundant in the Ohio River, but there's only a very few left, if any, of the natural population that used to exist here. Overfishing, water pollution, dams have all harmed those populations extensively.
Tell us what a process like this would involve to try to bring this species back.
An adult to spawn needs to be in the 40 to 50 pound range and have been well nourished on invertebrates, and that's difficult to do in the hatchery. So today, essentially all the sturgeon that are raised are collected by biologists in Wisconsin, and they're actually catching those fish in the act of spawning at their natural spawning sites. We got some eggs from Wisconsin. On the whole scale of fish eggs, these are large. The individual eggs about the size of a BB. They had been transferred to these screens, these floating trays with screen, and when the eggs stay on top of the screen and the fry swim down through them as they hatch. And then we've got like a floor scrubbing brush down there that's weighted, and that gives them a place to hide. They don't like the light at this stage of the game, and so they'll all be hiding under there. When these hatch, they're larval. They're probably 2/3 of an inch long and about the diameter of the BB when they hatch, with a blunt nose and kind of no features on the face. In about 2 weeks, they'll look somewhat, they'll be recognizable as sturgeon. They'll have that triangular snout on them. They'll have a bottom mouth. The large scale-like scutes on the side will become noticeable.
And what will happen with these?
Our goal is to raise some 10 to 12 inch fish.
Are you going to stock them throughout Kentucky and Ohio?
Because these are Mississippi River strain fish, we're going to stock in the upper Cumberland River. That'll be above Lake Cumberland, and in between Lake Cumberland and the Cumberland Falls.
Well, we're here to release hatchery-reared lake sturgeon that we received a year ago in the form of fertilized eggs from Wisconsin Department of Natural Resources. It's pretty monumental considering the last lake sturgeon reported from Kentucky's waters was caught right here in the Cumberland River in 1954.
We have our environmental science group and a bunch of my junior ROTC students from Corbin High School, and we're here today to help reintroduce the lake sturgeon back into Kentucky's river.
I didn't even know what a sturgeon was. Nobody had ever told me about a sturgeon. I saw it and I was like, wow, they're so different from the other fish that you see around here.
You know, like this.
I think that's one of the most important reasons that we're out here today, is to be able to show these young kids good things that we can do for our environment, plus all the bad things they see us doing to the environment. When they see us reintroducing these native species back onto our land or into our water, it's a wonderful thing, and they will grow up with the memories of this, and hopefully they will be better stewards of our land and water than perhaps my generation has been.
It's going to be difficult in that it's going to take time because of the unique life history of the lake sturgeon. They don't reach sexual maturity or are able to reproduce until they're 20 to 25 years of age. So it won't be possible to evaluate natural reproduction, in the river for a long time. And we anticipate releasing more fish next year and then in the following years. So once we get enough, we'll be able to better evaluate survival and habitat usage and the movement.
They don't actually feel like a fish with scales. It's more of a little rubbery surface to them.
I didn't touch it, I was afraid to.
I told some of them today that some of these fish, you know, if they do well and they make it, they could very well outlive them. You know, the estimated lifespan, and this is based on the northern populations, is anywhere from 75 to 150 years. So size range from, in length, from you know, 5 to 7.5 feet, and you know, weight, you know, anywhere from 200 to 300 pounds.
So this is one fish that we can work with to sort of be a symbol for what we've done to the environment and what we can do.
And I hope now that they can, you know, get repopulated. That way we can, for future generation, we can fish them. It's a once in a lifetime opportunity, and I'm glad to be a part of it.